So, I've always had some pretty hard-hitting social anxiety. Once I get comfortable and feel like people are really listening to what I have to say, I can talk for hours and hours. That's why I have a YouTube channel and haven't completely lost my mind yet. However, actually getting comfortable with a social situation is where the problem always lies for me. It helps when people reach out and ask me questions, but just getting far enough into a social situation where that's even a possibility can be pretty tough for me. It's like I either want to be the center of attention or to just be a fly on the wall, completely unnoticed and unminded. This can make it pretty hard for me to make friends sometimes. As I'm sure a lot of my viewers can relate to, making friends in real life feels almost impossible compared to how easy it is for me to do so online. It wasn't always like that, but after quarantine, it feels like I was never really able to get back to how I used to be, just talking to strangers all day, every day, like it was nobody's business. It's like I know I have the capacity to control a room and have everybody remember me and be glad I was there, but actually unlocking that is so difficult for me that I don't even bother trying most of the time anymore. I have a secret to tell you.
Yeah.
What the
Do you want to go ahead and explain where you just came from, Maggie?
Trouble in Terrorist Town is a social stealth and deception game that's played inside of Gary's mod. A team of secret traders have to use subtle manipulation.
I'm gonna do justice real quick. Honestly, can anybody even argue with that?
And arcade skills to kill all of the innocent players, ideally without anybody ever realizing who the traders were before it's too late. The innocent's goal is then to sniff out the traders and kill them before it's too late, or at least that's the stated goal. When most people play TTT, myself included, the goal is to tell the most blatantly obvious lies possible and somehow get away with it. See, after playing for a bit and understanding the mechanics well enough, you get the confidence where you absolutely can lie your way out of almost any situation.
Dan, did you not just see that?
What?
The detective just freaked out and shot somebody. You were not AFK, you were walking right past it. What the hell?
Oh, I did not see. My fault.
That's crazy.
For me, the fun comes from getting away with the insanely brazen crimes. Sometimes just your body language can completely fool people into thinking that they shouldn't avenge the person that you blatantly murdered right in front of them. Over the course of this video, I'm going to be showing a bunch of my TTT clips because with our group, that's the whole point of us doing these sessions. I do weekly sessions with Simple Flips and a whole bunch of his streamer friends. You can hit up any one of these streams most weekends to see me there. Anyways, the whole reason we got the server was for a bunch of different content creator types to be able to stream the sessions and make highlight videos out of them, all that sort of stuff. Me, I don't stream and I don't do gameplay compilations. I'm just in it for the fun group of people to play with. I'm in it for the funny clips.
Wait, no, don't murder me, actually.
The Mario voice.
Do the Mario voice, Andrat.
I'm here to kick bubble gum and chew ass.
Just saying that, but not actually doing anything is crazy.
So when I first got into this group, I didn't know anybody here. I'd been watching Simple Flips for years, and after I mentioned that I was a fan in one of my videos, we wound up becoming mutuals on Twitter, and when he mentioned that they were looking for more people to join the group, I threw my hat in. For a long time, I was super anxious in the group whenever we played together. I was just surrounded by a bunch of people who I only really knew as the background voices in Simple Flips videos. If you go back and watch those earlier TTT VODs, you'll see me just barely saying anything. Everyone's just calling me Leadhead instead of Penny because that was my Steam name. People are misgendering me because they don't know my voice yet. I just had no presence in the room whatsoever. Eventually, I got to where I was talking with Simple outside of the game every now and then, and if you go look at those VODs, you'll see that now that I had one person who kind of knew who I was just puppy dogging around him the whole time, like a scared kid at the grocery store when her mom starts talking to a friend. Truth be told, looking back on it, it felt a little parasocial. I'd been watching these guys for years, and here I was essentially trying to act like I was a part of their friend group without really knowing any of them, and none of them knowing who I was even a little. Believe me, no amount of subscribers can save you from being on the bottom half of a one-sided relationship, or at least putting yourself in that situation. If I changed my name to something else, nobody even realized that I was still me. I was pretty good at the technical side of the game, though, seeing as I'd played a lot of Counter-Strike back in the day, and had decent enough aim to at least be intimidating in a 1v1, but that was all anybody knew me as. The girl that it was okay to talk over, and who you should probably try to kill early on before she sets her sights on you. I couldn't tell a lie to save my life, or even hold an honest conversation without just freezing up and getting awkward, but I'd at least gotten some sort of notoriety on the server for being good at headshotting. It was something to claim my name towards. Eventually, for whatever reason, something weird happened with the TTT server. It's a bug that our Lua experts still haven't really figured out, where I got to play as a traitor like 66% of the time, when ideally you're supposed to get T rounds like 25% of the time or so. This was the case for every single session for like 3 months. It was extremely unfair. I can't imagine how frustrated people were when they went 40 minutes without getting a trade around, watching me get 6 in a row. But hell if I was going to complain. This gave me the perfect practice to get even better with my aim and tactics, and to get better at lying to people, and thus more confident in all other conversations too.
Detective, can I kill Lemon if I'm so right about them being T? I just feel it.
About who?
If you're wrong, I give permission for anybody to shoot you in the head.
Oh my god.
Yes, dude!
Wow.
Turns out, lying through your teeth is actually great practice for public speaking. It was also the thing that finally made me a known quantity within the group. Now, there was a better than 50% chance that I would be the one to kill you on any given round, so you kinda had to learn who I was, just for your own survival. It also meant that, since each round as a traitor wasn't so precious to me, I didn't have to try hard nearly as much as I had been. I could do goofier stuff and push my luck further and further. People started to learn my sense of humor more, and I got to express that sense of humor more.
T-girl coded? Yeah, they do that.
Before I knew it, a few people from the server started hitting me up outside of the game, and I was starting to make friends. Like, not conditional friends I can only hang out with once a week. Real friends. People who, after all this time, now know things about me that nobody else, save for my girlfriend, do. This was my first time getting a bunch of close friends who had similar jobs to mine too. Most of them are streamers or video editors or some other type of content creator, so I finally had people I could talk to about my work who would really understand what I was talking about. People who could fully grasp what my job even was and all the difficulties that come with it. It was, and is, super nice. Even as I was writing this paragraph, I was bouncing ideas off of one of them.
Ty?
Nice shot!
Just hit the input.
That was an awesome
Penny's
shot.
so cool.
Than I thought.
Penny is fucking
Clean with
goated.
it.
See, up until some vague point during this phase, I really dreaded these TTT sessions, at least part of me did. Any day where there was a session scheduled, I'd spend way too much time stressing about how my voice sounded, or if it came across as too attention-seeky to put she, her in my Steam name, or if I was just annoying people. I'd delete a bunch of perfectly funny clips just because I yelled out in them, and in the heat of the moment my voice sounded more boyish than I'd like it to. I'd be literally stressed about if I did badly at the end of a round, knowing that everyone was spectating me, because I thought my extremely inconsistent mechanical skill at the game was the only thing that I had going for me. On my T rounds, I'd play so seriously that it probably wasn't quite as fun for everybody else, always going straight to the easy meta strategies and not using the more playful and less competitive trader items. After all of this, though, once I got to practice the real fundamentals of TTT, public speaking, lying, reading and projecting different types of body language with my character, and just being confident in myself, that's when I really started to have fun with these sessions and stopped being stressed about them at all, and they became the #1 thing that I look forward to most weeks. Nowadays, I do something worthy of a clip just about every single round. I mean, hell, last time we played, I got a whole 11 minutes out of that single session, and that was after liberally editing everything down to just the funniest moments.
I'm scared.
Nowadays, I do insane stuff, like challenge somebody to make an impossible jump. Then when they tell me to go first, position swapping them midair, screaming no when they die, and then immediately making fun of them for trying such an obviously stupid jump to cover my own ass. Or the time that I boosted on top of Best Buy and started sparking fights between the players and the bounds down below. Or my absolute favorite play that I've ever made. The time that I set my spray to this kinky, submissive old butler and his dom, then sprayed it behind these signs, just so that I could make a traitor break one of them and kill them while they recoiled at the scandal of it all.
I'm over here, come break this sign.
This sign?
Nowadays, after a quiet, almost imperceptible little personal journey I went on in the background of everyone's weekly Trouble in Terrorist Town live streams, everybody knows me. Friends and viewers alike send me DMs when I join the server. I'll watch stream highlights just to hear that everybody in Jed Chat was saying, "Oh yeah, Penny wins these," when I was the last player on my team. People go out of their way to get my attention and make me the target of their bits. Whenever I have bits I want to do, everyone pays attention to it and everyone laughs. People crowd around me on certain rounds the same way that I used to flock to the few people that I had talked to outside of the game back in the day. Everyone knows who I am now, and it's not because I spent a ton of time building a name for myself. It's just because after working at it for long enough, the conversation-focused gameplay of TTT turned out to be the perfect place for me to practice getting my social skills back and regaining my confidence. Nowadays, everyone knows me. Whether I set my name to something insane like Frotweiler or don't talk for a few rounds, everybody knows exactly who I am. They hit me up to ask where I am when I don't show up. It's honestly a kind of affection that I haven't really felt since I first opened up my channel's Discord server and started making friends who knew me for my content. And because I'm so much more socially confident than I used to be, even the brand new people who just joined the TTT group quickly learn who I am and remember me after just 1 or 2 sessions. It's really sweet. I felt like such an outsider the first time I joined that TTT server, but after a lot of time and a lot of interactions, and some personal growth too, I've become a real presence in the whole group, both in TTT and outside of the game. I could say that I owe this social metamorphosis to the mechanics of TTT and how it acts as a great social sandbox enforcing constant communication and scrutiny over how others socialize. But truth be told, I just owe it all to this great group that decided to let me play with them in the first place. So, thanks a lot, everyone. Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Alright, as always, before I wrap up this video, I'd just like to give a verbal thanks to my patrons, especially those who donate $10 or more monthly. Without y'all, I wouldn't be able to make videos like this, or any videos at all, really. Those patrons are Darius Fazier, Big Time Jim, Summer Celine, Garnet Midnight, Ada Avery, Neurofilter, Nicole, Demise, Vega Nelson, Mia Maple, Rio, Laura M., Joannis, Femboy Fishing, Poof Donut, Atheist, IW, Arda Aurelia, Charlotte, Nomad Delilah Jester, Haunted Mystic, The Coombe Slayer, Sean Hamilton, Shay Theus, Bjorb, Lily Leones, Naris, Mr. Cococo, Panda, Eva Knight, Lake, Cappy, George Rosenbaum, Voiced Mute, M. Coy, Sylvian Pascoe, Gwen T, Guybrush, Fia, Spooky Ina, SEO Batoon, The Narcissist Cookbook, Babylon Broken, Delaney, Toma, DJ Jax, Bo Yeah, The Biggest of Men, Miss Lavender, Issa, One-Eyed Willie, Maddie Doman, Metamaniac, Ave Lunum, I'm sorry, Lynn Payne, Stephanie Starfire, Messina, Pumpkin, David Broll, Alex, Bree, Edelsis, Almost Dead Again, Gab, David Kaiser, Erica, Kay, and CeeLo. Pretty good. Didn't mess up a single name other than not knowing how that one was pronounced. I guess a little update for fun. For anybody who is a fan of my car or wants to stay invested in that journey, I have taken some pictures of me and Charlotte and put them up. I think it's really pretty. Don't you dare talk to me about how I need to be able to see out the rearview window. It'll be fine. Driving is not that hard. I'm gonna rush though. I got some shit I need to handle, so I'm gonna end it there. Thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will try to get out another video as quickly as I did this one. We'll see. I don't really have any ideas right now, but I didn't when I finished the last video either, so we'll see.